What is up, YouTube? Fluttershy RLC, and I'm finally back with an MLB The Show 16 franchise game with the Arizona Diamondbacks. I apologize for not making a video in a while. I did kind of explain it in a video I made a few days ago, so if you kind of missed out on that, be sure to go watch that. I explained it, I believe, at the beginning, but basically what happened was my computer died, pretty much. I lost all my gameplay footage, everything. But now I'm back, and I'm not going to be doing, because I fell so far behind on my franchise, because I was afraid to record or to play without having anything to record it on. So I'm just going to do like a few games here or there, or I might do like a series against some of the bigger name teams in our division or in MLB in general. But so we're going to get things started here against the Houston Astros, and Paul Goldschmidt, he's going to launch this one into right center field, and that one just off the top of the wall, barely got out, but it's enough for a run as the Diamondbacks strike first here against the Astros, as we got a 4-game series, 2 at home, 2 on the road. We were able to split at home. We lost the first one, won the second one, and then we lost the first one here in Houston, but a good way to start here. And we actually got shut out in the last game, so it was a bit of a rough game last time out, but hopefully we're going to be able to change that around in this game. And so far things are looking up as Oscar Hernandez is going to get a base hit there. I definitely do like having the DH, because I kind of do like Oscar Hernandez. If you guys have been watching the whole season, you guys would know that he's been doing pretty well for me this year in the games that I start him in. And Wellington Castillo, he is going to add to his team-leading home run total with another deep shot into left center field. And we got some bombs going on here in Houston. A big 2-run home run puts the Diamondbacks up 3-0 now, and we're hitting the ball pretty well right now. And again, with Greinke on the mound, this might be all we need to win the game, because as we know, Greinke is going to do what Greinke does, right? As 12th home run for Wellington Castillo on the year. But again, like I said, Greinke's just going to do what he does best. He's going to get strikeouts. He's going to get guys out. Not going to give you many chances whatsoever. And that's what we're really looking for out of Greinke. You know, a 3-run lead just might be all we need, as we're going to get the strikeout there on Josh Reddick. Throw it over to first and get that out. So once again, Greinke simply doing what Greinke does best. But the fans here, they're not deterred. They're looking to, you know, try to get a win, try to sweep the Diamondbacks here at home. But, you know, I think it was really cool. You know, we had the 2 games here and the 2 at home. Get another strikeout. We're right there. These guys are just completely fooled. Kind of like how we were fooled against Colin McHugh the night before. That game we lost 6-0. Very, very, very rough games. We get Jose Altuve looking. That was a beautiful pitch, just right on the bottom of the strike zone. And Houston is yet to record a hit yet. That will change, though, eventually in the game. Don't worry, there's no perfect game or no hitter going on. But as David Peralta is going to get a base hit there. And Peralta is really heated up in the month of May, and then in June. In April, if you guys remember, he really sucked. He was awful, but he's really turned it on. He has a nice amount of home runs. I think he has like 9 or 10. Yasmani Tomas, he's a guy that he's been kind of slumping. Like, he hasn't put together very good numbers so far this year. Gets a base hit into left there. That's going to help us out, as once again, let's keep getting base hits, keep the line moving as always, and you know, just try to add on to the lead. Again, with Greinke on the mound, you don't necessarily need that many runs, but doesn't help to win like 10-0, believe me, as Oscar Hernandez, this one up the middle, and Peralta going to try to go home. He's going to score, and he will be safe at home. Make it 4-0 Arizona, and we are just putting the pedal to the metal right now. Oscar Hernandez, again, I love having him at DH, because he's been such a good hitter. As Wellington Castillo, he's going to get another RBI here up the middle. That's going to score another run. Runner moves up to third. He will be safe as well, and the offense just keeps it going. Just keep feeding the machine right now. Let's make it now 5-0, as the game's going pretty well for us, as you can probably imagine. You know, again, anytime we can get out to a pretty nice lead early on in a game, that always helps, especially with a pitcher like Greinke on the mound, where you don't necessarily need that much offense. You know, but like I said earlier, it never hurts to have a good amount of offense. As Paul Goldschmidt going to get another RBI and a base hit up the middle. That's going to score another run, as this one actually going to go all the way back to the backstop before the pitcher finally cuts the ball off. But now make it 6-0. And I think we're just going to coast the rest of the way. You know, I think we're going to coast. I think it's going to be a really good win for us, and we definitely needed it. I wouldn't say we needed it, because we still have like I believe a 3-game lead over the Dodgers, but they're going to come into town next week as David Peralta, this one into the gap. That could possibly score Goldschmidt from first, and he is going to score easily, no problem, as David Peralta drives in another run, make it 7 9-0 Diamondbacks. And again, after getting shut out the night before, the Diamondbacks are out here looking for blood, all right? We want to come out here with some vengeance, as that is going to be ended up being the first hit for the Dbacks, or for the Astros, excuse me, on the day. Now, there is a bit of an issue. Because we haven't had an off day in a little while, a lot of our players are kind of tired. As you guys may or may not know, our bullpen is tired, our starting pitchers are tired. So Greinke is pretty much out here not fully recovered. He hasn't really fully gotten his stamina back to 100, so that's kind of rough. So we kind of have him on a bit of a pitch count, and he's starting to get up there, and that doesn't help because again, our bullpen is tired. We had to pitch our long reliever Daisuke Okada, which you guys probably don't know who he is, but he's one of our young guys that we ended up calling up. And had to make a start because our starters, I wasn't comfortable putting any of them out there. Like, they were like barely over half of their stamina. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to keep them. I'm just going to throw him out there, give my starters an extra days of rest. As you can see, he's going to go for third here, and he's going to actually round third, and he's going to be safe, but we throw it home, and he will be out. The Astros do score a run, but I don't get why they did that. Like, that's kind of, I think that's a weird glitch in the game where occasionally they'll do stupid stuff like that. The CPU will, so didn't quite understand that, but the Diamondbacks do get on the board, but Chris Owings gives this one a ride in the left center. That one is back to the wall, and another home run, and the Diamondbacks keep the pressure on here and make it now 9-1. So again, the offense right now is just clicking on all cylinders, which I love to see. You know, I love because as you guys know, our offense has been somewhat inconsistent this year. You know, like, we'll have really good games, really good offensive outputs, and the next game we'll score like 1 or 2 runs. So, it's always nice to get some good offensive production out of our offense. You know, because again, I don't like the inconsistencies. You know, the inconsistencies kind of need to stop. You know, I want our offense to be fairly consistent. You know, that's something that I just hope we eventually see soon. As Greinke kind of getting up there in pitch count, or at least to what we don't want him to be at a certain point, as he's going to get a base hit there. Colby Rasmus drives in a run, makes it 9-2, and I believe at this point I am going to pull Greinke out, or at least I will eventually, just because, I don't want to keep him in there too long, because I still want him to be fresh for the next time we have to start him. It was an amazing double play there made by Chris Owings to Gene Segura over onto first. So we're going to bring in Daisuke Okada, which I mentioned about earlier. He actually started in the game before this. So yesterday's game, he actually started, and you might be wondering why I'm throwing him out there. Because I'm going to send him back down because we need to bring a fresh arm back up. So I'm like, you know what, since I'm going to send him down, might as well just, see if he can rest the rest of the guys in the bullpen and, get a few innings. But that might not end up happening. He gives up a 2-run home run there to Carlos Correa, as Diamondbacks kind of starting to claw their way back in this game a little bit. It's still 9-3, so I'm not too concerned, but you don't really want to give a team like the Astros any room, because again, they're a dangerous team. In real life and in this game, even though their record this year might not really show that, they are a dangerous team. They got a lot of scary power, and being a Royals fan, I know that almost firsthand, as Colby Rasmus follows up, and then that one is gone, and now it's 9-4. It's a little bit more uncomfortable. Now I'm still not too concerned. The main thing I'm concerned about is the health of our bullpen, because our bullpen has been kind of taxed lately. They've been very tired. I probably should have shown you guys what all their stamina is at. It's not really at like that good of a point, so because me personally, I like to have at least 2 or 3 guys that have like 100 stamina each game. That just hasn't worked out the past few nights, so that's pretty unfortunate. There's Luis Valbuena gets a base hit, and Peralta just runs right past it. Didn't really cut that ball off too well. Didn't make a very good read on it. Plus, I don't know, for some reason, I always think when I field the ball, the CPU is gonna automatically take control and whatnot, and that ends up not happening at all. As this one once again gets right past Peralta, that's going to score a run. Instead, I'm going to be a double. That's 9-5 now. It's just a 4-run lead. So again, I'm getting a little worried. I'm sweating over here, guys. Okay, I'm getting concerned. I did not want this to happen whatsoever. It's just Manny Tomas going to help me out here. This one is deep into left center field, gets down all the way, going to roll to the wall. That's going to score a run, and a big insurance run for us. And I know that maybe it might not seem like we need an insurance run. It's 10-5, but I'm concerned because our bullpen is tired. I wanted to try to avoid this, and that's exactly what I haven't been doing. It's 10-6, excuse me. I really did not want this to have to happen because, again, I want to be able to rest a lot of the guys in my bullpen, and that's not what's been happening at all. As this one, Jose Altuve gives us a ride deep into center field, off the wall. Pollock cannot get there in time, and with the speedy Altuve, he's going to get a leadoff triple. But Emil Rosado doesn't field the ball. He just stands there like a statue, and I believe it's a triple and an E6. So I don't think that counts as an inside the park home run. We're going to have to bring in Greg Holland regardless, because now it's a save situation. It's 10-7 now, and this one up the middle, a base hit. Now I'm getting scared because I'm kind of worried that we might blow this game. Like, this will be a horrendous meltdown, and you guys will never let me live this down in the comments. And then just, oh, that was a very tough pitch there. Just barely missed my spot, and Correa draws the walk. And Holland's command wasn't really on point. We do get a very lucky pop-up there. That is a huge out. We definitely needed that big time, and now I'm feeling a little more confident now. But Colby Rasmus to the plate, another big strikeout. I was really worried that he was going to tie this game. I was very concerned because a 3-run home run would tie the game. 3-1 now. And we walk Luis Valbuena. Bases are loaded. And now I'm getting concerned because if it gets to a 3-2 count, runners will be off and they'll be going. And this one off of Holland. And Rosado fields it, but he can't get it to first in time. And now it's just a 2-run game. The bases still are loaded up. An unlucky bounce, and then John Singleton. This could end the game, but Pollock is there to get it. And this one, what looked like a blowout from the start, ended up being a nail-biting finish. And oh boy, was I worried I was going to blow this game. Yes, I know, I almost did blow this game, but I think it was a lot of bad decisions on who I threw out there to pitch. I should not have thrown the Dice K out there because he pitched like he started the night before, but my thought process was possibly I could sneak a couple of innings past because I planned to send him down because I needed to get a fresh arm back up, here anyways, to try to, maybe give my bullpen, some rest, and that ended up not being the case. I had to use a, considerable amount of my bullpen. I used like 3 or 4 guys, so that's not how it worked at all. But hope you guys did enjoy this MLB The Show 16 franchise game with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the next time I see you guys, we'll be visiting the Cubs in Wrigley Field. Peace out, guys.